Okay, so now the company's book, okay, the company's accountant, he would have debited the bank column and he would have credited the what do you call the capital account, okay, or the capital account. Let's say capital, okay. Now this amount is deposited in the bank, right? So when the money is deposited in the bank, so where the bank will record? Huh? Which side the bank will record? Credit side, right? So the bank will record it on the credit side. So therefore the balance will be 100,000, right? So because I told you from the bank point of view, when they receive cash from the company, okay, so they will open a bank, what do you call, an account in favor of the company, okay. So let's say the company, let's assume again as SBS. So this is the bank statement for SBS from bank point of view. So what the bank does is they credit the SBS account and they debit the bank cash book. Okay, the first entry is done. I hope it is clear because it's a liability, whereas here it's an asset. Okay, on 5th January 2020, pay to Peter $20,000 by a check. Now what has happened? So once you open a bank account, you can do transactions through checks. Okay, so bank will issue a checkbook. Then you can write a check and you can pay to your suppliers. Okay, uh, here the Peter means your supplier. You have bought goods previously and now you are settling to your what do you call supplier. Is that clear? So when you pay, what is the entry the company accountant will make? He will credit, no? He will credit the bank account. It's a payment, right? So 5th January 2020, Peter, okay, 20,000. Okay, and Peter's account will be debited. It's a creditor, right? So you have a liability you are paying to your creditor. So you have to debit the Peter's account. So I'm not going to show those entries, right? So here the topic is bank reconciliation statement. So therefore the transactions relating to bank reconciliations I will explain you. Okay, now from the bank point of view, the bank will issue, the supplier will go to the bank and he will present the check to the bank. The bank will pay to they will make the payment to the supplier, Peter. So when they pay on 5th January, okay, this is the check payment. What they will do? They have to debit or credit? Yeah, they have to. The bank will debit our account. Why? Yeah, liability decreases. Okay, your liability is reducing. From the bank point of view, bank's liability towards SBS is reducing. Okay, see, by how much? By 80,000. Sorry, by 20,000. Therefore, your balance reduced to 80,000. Is that clear? Okay. Now here also you can check 100,000 debit, 20,000 credit. Your balance should be debit 80,000, whereas your balance in the bank statement should be on the credit side, credit 80,000. I hope it's very clear. Okay. If you have any doubt, please ask me anything, okay? Please clarify then and there. Okay, now 15th January. What's happening here? Received from someone, a customer, 30,000 and it was deposited in the bank. Okay, now you received an amount of 30,000 from your customer. Customer is your debtor, right? So debtor is paying. So when you receive cash, you debit your bank account and you credit your customers. So this is SBS point of view. Okay, so you deposit this 30,000 in the bank and you credit someone. Someone is your customer. From bank point of view, this is on 15th January, right? When you deposit this check, what happens? It will be credited, right? We are depositing. So therefore your balance is 110,000. Is that clear? Okay, up to now it's very clear, right? Okay. Now, on 30th January 2020, paid to Silva 15,000. However, it was not presented to the bank. Now what happened? SBS company issued a check worth 15,000 to their creditor Silva. Okay, so when they issue, the accountant, what he will do? He has to credit, no? You have to credit your bank account, right? 15,000. So when you credit here, the supplier will go to the bank and he has to encash it, right? He has to present the check and he has to encash it. But what has happened? It was not presented to the bank. This is very important. Please remember, what has happened? You have given the check to the supplier. Supplier is supposed to go to the bank, but he did not go to the bank and he did not present the check. Okay, so will the bank debit our account till they receive the check from the supplier? No, no way. They can't do that. Okay, the supplier has to go and present the check to the counter. Then the cashier will take the check and they will debit our account. Until such time, it will not be done. They don't know about the check. You understand? So therefore, there is no transaction happen here on 30th from bank's point of view. Okay, they are not aware of this check, whereas the accountant of your company, SBS company, he knows, he has issued a check, so he has to account it. He accounted. Okay, next, 30th January 2020, received from Stephen 10,000, deposited in the bank but not yet realized in the bank. Underline these two. So not presented and not realized. So Stephen paid how much? 10,000. So from company's point of view, the company has received how much? 10,000 from Stephen, right? Stephen. You received 10,000 from Stephen. But you deposited, the company accountant has gone to the bank and he has deposited the check. But the bank, the amount was not realized. What does it mean? This is very important. Please understand this concept. So you are going to the bank, the SBS accountant, he goes to the bank and he deposits to the bank. When he is going? On 30th January, right? 30th June means 31st is the closing date, end of the month, right? So when you deposit to your bank account, this customer would have issued the check from his bank, right? So therefore, our bank should get a clearance from Stephen's bank. Until the accountant of our bank gets a clearance, he will not credit to our bank account. Is that clear? Okay. So even though you deposited, the accountant knows he deposited. So he will debit our bank account, right? But he has to go and deposit. He deposited, but the bank will will have to get a clearance from Stephen's bank. But until 31st December, they did not get a clearance. So, can the bank credit our account? They can't do that. They will not do that. Because if they credit, supposing the Stevens bank doesn't have money, how our bank will get the money? How they will get the money? They can't do that, right? They have to get a clearance. Usually, it will take 1 or 2 days to get a clearance. By that time, our bank will have to close their books, right? By 31st January. You understand? By 31st January, our bank will have to close the books of accounts. By that time, they have not got the clearance from the bank of Stephen. So therefore, they will not credit. Okay, now the story is finished. Okay, now we are moving towards the what do you call, the end of the month. We have to close the books, right? Now what he will do, the bank, the our accountant, he has to balance this account. So what is the debit side? So he deposited initially 100, someone received 30,000, Stephen also paid 10,000, so 140,000. Here also 140,000. So the balance will be 105. 31st January 2020, balance carried forward 105. However, as you can see, the bank statement balance is 110. Now at the end of the month, I told you by 31st January, the balance is 110,000. The bank will send you the bank statement. Okay, the bank will send you the bank statement. So according to the bank statement balance shows as of 30th January 110,000, whereas our cash book balance shows 105. Okay, so I told you, when you compare, usually the bank statement balance will not balance with our cash book balance because of differences. Okay, now when you receive a bank statement, what you should do, I told you. What is the first thing you have to do to reconcile? You need to compare debit side of the cash book with the, okay, what is that? Debit side of the cash book with the credit side of the bank statement. Then credit side of the cash book with the debit side of the bank statement. Okay, now we'll compare. This is the reconciliation that we are doing to identify the differences. Okay, so what is that? We deposited 100,000. Has it been deposited? Yes. Put a tick. Okay. Someone deposited 30,000. Okay. The cash book is debited. Has it been credited to the bank account? Yes or no? Yes. 30,000 has been credited, right? Okay. Then we deposited 10,000. Has it been credited to the bank account? No. So therefore, there is a difference, right? This 10,000 is the difference. Okay. Now debit side we compared with the credit side. Now you compare credit side of the cash book with the debit side of the bank statement, right? Okay. The first one, we issued a check to Peter, 15,000. Has it been presented? Yeah, presented means debited. We issued a check for 15,000. Has it been presented? No. So the second difference. What are the differences? Why these two are not balancing? First one is because of this 10,000. Okay, Steven's check 10,000. What is that? This is a deposit not realized, right? Not realized in the bank. Second one, what is the second difference? We issued a check to Silva 15,000. Okay, so this is check issued, but not presented in the bank. Is that clear? Okay. Okay, what is the balance as per cash book? 105, right? Balance as per bank statement 110. Okay. Now, when you prepare the bank reconciliation statement, this is the bank reconciliation statement. So let's take the balance as per cash book. The cash book balance is 105. Okay. We should arrive by reconciling. Okay. It should match with balance as per bank statement. Balance as per bank statement is 110,000. So when you start with the cash book balance, we should arrive at the bank statement balance. So in between, there will be pluses and minuses for the differences. The adjustment we have to make for the differences. Either there will be an addition or deletion. Okay. So if you look at this, so if you take this 10,000, what has happened? This 10,000 was deposited, right? Since this was deposited in the bank, in the cash book, our cash book balance is more, right? Has it been credited to the bank? No, the bank account is less, right? So this 10,000 we deposited, our cash book is more. However, bank statement, it was not credited, the bank amount is less by 10,000. Okay, so therefore to arrive at the bank statement balance, you have to reduce this, how much? 10,000. Okay, this 10,000 has to be deducted. This is, we call it unrealized deposits. And the other one, 15,000, right? 15,000 we have paid to Silva. So when you pay, your cash balance will reduce, right? So your cash is less, right? By 15,000. Whereas it was not presented to the bank. So therefore, the bank balance is more, right? So therefore, to arrive at the bank statement balance, we should add back 15,000. What is that? Unpresented checks. Unpresented checks. Now, when you make these two adjustments, okay, you can see you are reconciling this. 105 plus 15, how much? 120 minus 10, 110. So you started with cash book and you arrived at bank statement balance by identifying these differences. There are two differences, right? So what were the two differences? We deposited 10,000, but it was not realized in the bank. Okay, and the other one, we issued a check for 15,000, it was not presented to the bank. Okay, so that's we have adjusted. Okay, so only 1 minute, I'll wind up the class for today. So thanks for joining. Bye.